Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Ujunwa. I am here to give you one secret. Now it's not happening anymore because trust me, no one is gonna accept. No one is gonna accept. And when I said it's a tradition, is a culture that's in the Igbo, that's in Igbo land, it has been abolished. But recently, it just from nowhere, I don't know, a kind of breaking news, just threw it out, and I'm happy that a lot of people condemned it. But I am going to talk about it because it used to be a practice that was, very, very serious in Igbo land back in the days. And this practice, this culture, or this tradition, whichever way you want to like put it, used to be like a widow to drink water used to wash husband's cups. So in this recent news, there was an outrage over a complaint from a widow in a community in Anambra State who alleged that she was being forced by the family of her late husband to drink the water that was used to bathe her husband's cups, just to prove her innocence. And this follows an allegation by some of the members of the family that she killed her husband. So this is one of will I say, the kind of wicked and humiliating treatment given to a widow in some of this part of Igbo land back in the days. But for it to surface or reappear from nowhere, I was really, really very surprised, and I didn't really accept the art. But going to do my research, I found out that a lot of people really did condemn this act. The traditional ruler of the community has also condemned the act, and he even went ahead and said if anyone has killed anyone in the family, it shouldn't be in the family of the woman shouldn't be in the right position to crucify or judge her. So he said that the practice was used to be in the olden days to dehumanize some widows who may have human beings should be subjected to such human acts. So I insist that rather the dead should be allowed to fight and revenge if there was any foul play in their death. So to me, the human rights community should take it up and drag any community where that practice is still existing to court, or for any crime against you. It's like a crime against humanity. So for me, the system is vicious and equivalent to those days. African, was labeling twins, babies, creature to be, to be a kind of evil or something like that. So then they used to kill them. They used to kill babies and chuck them in the river, saying that they're evil children or something like that. So the dead should fight for himself or for herself. If the widow is behind her husband's death, let let him fight for fight the lady from the spirit world. If you suspecting someone to that extent, giving her water used to clean the cups of her dead, like deceased, sorry, let me not use it that way, deceased husband, because we still have to respect the fact that the man is passed, So use clean cups of, how will I say it? Giving her water used to clean the cups of her deceased husband to drink to prove her innocent is wicked and barbaric, like I said before, and should not be encouraged in the Igbo land and society. So, and in fact, it should not be encouraged in any part of the world at large. The whoever is involved in this kind of act should be dragged to face the law. So for me, the Igbo tradition still remain, but some of this kind of barbaric tradition or culture should be abolished. And I'm very, very happy people like this, chief or whoever he is in this community really condemned such practice in our culture. This is what we saw in the olden days, and I think nobody does it again. So I see it as barbaric, like I said. It is immoral. It doesn't, at the end of the day, it does not achieve anything. In fact, check everywhere. Nobody recently is allowing such thing happening again. And since I think I grew up, I didn't hear anyone being subjected to drink the water used to wash the family member's cups. Let's not say only just the wife, even to the husband or family member, because this is not, to me, it is it is senseless. And I want to advise those who see such thing happening to really report quickly to any police station or anyone that's will be rightful in a rightful position to like get that person to face the law. I'm saying it because in the reasonable tradition of Igbo land, right now a lot of things have changed, and I think that one should be one of them serious things that people should look at, or speak against and condemn it. We know in Igbo land, a lot of tradition is still like people still practice. People still like being structured within that. How will I say it? That culture. Like a lot of things is still intact when it comes to maintaining the culture and tradition of Igbo. I think Igbo people are still very very attached to their culture, because that's what structured them as a race. But this particular culture, I think it is satanic for anybody to wash a cup and force another person to drink the water for any reason. So to ask anyone to drink the water from dead body is I don't know. To passing the death sentence, it's like you're passing the death sentence on the person already. Anybody who drinks such may even never survive again. So the practice to me is cruel and should be condemned by all right. So thinking someone can just like wake up from nowhere and accuse any family member of killing and take laws into their hand. It is one of the many widowhood practice that must be abolished in Igbo land. It is not part of people. I don't know. It's no longer part of Igbo culture. If it used to be, but now it's all. I think it's all cleared. But if just the evil imagination of some people, that want to give, how would I say, impression, or want to like come against some kind of, some family member, then that one is understandable. But I think it should be condemned, and such practice to me is just very inhuman. So those who practice it, and even the person they forced to drink it, are aware that it is evil. How will a family member or community come and accept such things? So they should try and condemn such practice, and whoever that is involved, like I said, should be taken to book. It doesn't really achieve anything. You can prove anybody's guilt or innocent through any means of evil method or whatever. So this practice is really really ignorance and lack of fear of God, if I may say. People who engage in this practice should be arrested and jail them without an option or fine. It is criminal to me and offensive. The traditional ruler of these communities, they should come together and drag that person to face the law, because for me it is not right. So I'm happy some of the traditional rulers came out and condemned the act. It just all over the news. When I saw it, I just think, because I'm really attached to Igbo culture, I think I should treat it. But this is one of our culture. This is one of Igbo culture. This used to be like a traditional thing. Like people used to practice it, used to do it. It used to be like a kind of proof, of a kind of evidence that if you're the one that did it, the spirit of whoever you killed will now go after you and the rest of them. So for me, I think it's not right. I think it's something that any part of Igbo land where they're still practicing this should be condemned. So start abolishing a lot of things in Igbo land, and this should be among the plans. This should be among the plan of the things that should be abolished. Like one of them is what we call Osu. I'm still going to treat it on this channel. I'm going to treat Osu. Osu is another barbaric, how will I say, barbaric act, being practiced or was practiced in Igbo land. But trust me, that one is still going on in some part of Igbo tribe, and it's one of the traditional culture that should be looked into, and look for every means to abolish it, because to me it is against human rights, and it doesn't result or give any I don't know. There's no evidence. It doesn't really doesn't yield any good result at the end of the day. So guys, I just feel like I should treat it because it's just a news that just surfaced from nowhere, and I'm still collecting some of the things that I'm going to treat on this channel. But this came and I just feel like I should get it done and let my viewers know that yes, in Igbo land back in the days, not now, but to see it happen now, it's so shocking and surprising to me, and that's why I'm bringing it. So if you're familiar to Igbo culture, or you are into knowing more about Igbo culture or tradition, or you're my viewer and you subscribe because you want to know about Igbo culture, and you come across this kind of news or anything like this online, or maybe during your search on the internet, I just want to explain to you that yes, it was happening back in the days, and I think it's been abolished. I don't know why it surfaced from nowhere. I don't know why someone is still practicing it in in one of this community where it was mentioned on the on the article where I found it. And yeah, it used to be part of Igbo culture, part of Igbo tradition, but now it is no more. We're not Igbos are not practicing it again. Now Igbos are filled, Igbo land is filled with different denomination of Christianity. Like I said in my previous video, we have different denomination. Igbos are known to be Christians now. We don't practice all these gods back in the days. So the Christianity in Igbos right now make them to script a lot of culture, a lot of tradition. But we still have a lot. We still have some that need to be looked into, and I think this is one of it. I was thinking that this was gone, but when I saw it, I just feel like I can quickly just get into it and explain more about it. Like I said, used to happen before, where a widow, once your husband passed and they feel like, oh, the husband was being not treated well, maltreated. And when the husband passed, usually they pass with maybe kind of minor illness or been sick for a while. So when they pass, the only way the family of the husband is going to feel satisfied and feel like, okay, judgment has it's been passed to the wife, is by washing the corpse of the husband, the dead husband. And on his funeral, before the funeral will commence, the lady will come, there is some of the women in that family or the family of the husband, we group and bring her to wear a kind of white traditional outfit and scrape her hair. Yeah, back in the days when you lost your husband, or when someone's husband is gone to the spiritual world, they'll scrape the hair of the woman, and they will ask her to, I think, sit on the floor or something like that, and some kind of group of women will force her to. It's not they won't even force her. She already know, because they're going to prepare her. They're going to tell her that that's what she's going to do to prove to the family that her hands are not in the husband's death. And the belief then was, if you drink this water washed from the deceased body, if you have hands in his or her death, then the spirit will chase you, and after a while maybe kill you or something like that. So it was practiced. So what this ladies would do, like this women would do, they will sit you down, scrape your hair on your white attire for the burial, because our tradition is, when you lose your husband, the dressing code usually is white. You wear white attire on that day, so you're going to look all white. You don't eat, you don't drink anything that will be served on that funeral day. So I think you have to wait till the next day. So whatever you're going to eat will be prepared separately from the main funeral, how will I say it, lunch or dinner or whatever they decide to eat after the church, or just to celebrate the funeral. So you're not going to eat it, you're just going to eat outside, whatever, like someone is just going to prepare something else from not cooked for the funeral. I think it goes to the next day. Then another thing is the funeral takes 7 days. So you're just going to be doing the same thing for 7 days that your husband, the person's husband's funeral will be. Generally in Igbo, the funeral takes days, yeah. So, but in this case, the wife is you're not allowed to eat or drink anything prepared for the funeral. So if you're this one that the family member is even suspecting that you alleged, that you killed your husband, like the person killed her husband, then all this procedure will have to take place. So these women will come, grab the water after washing the husband, and she will be, forced or made to drink to prove her innocence. And that's what that's how it was being done in Igbo land back in the days. But right now, all of that is gone. We in Igbo land, no one practiced. But to see this appear from nowhere, it is shocking to me, and I think it was, the best time to treat it so that none of my subscribers will go online like, oh, why haven't you treated this? Oh, So if you have come across the article, this is just explaining it this way. I think you will understand. But it's no more existing in Igbo land. We've moved, far, far, far away from this kind of barbaric tradition. Igbos are more Christian right now, and whoever that lost his loved one or her loved one is treated accordingly how the Christian denomination would handle the case and the rest of them. So this is what I said. Let me come here and just treat this, and I'm just gonna come back to the Osu. The Osu is going to be an interesting video. Watch out for it, because there's a lot you're going to learn there. I'm going to make up my time, research more on it, and make sure that there's get the tribes that are still practicing it. My tribe is still practicing it, but it's not like loud like back in the days. So now people don't really talk about it because it involves a woman not even marrying within the community, or this kind of family who are involved in the Osu are not allowed to take part in some of the community work or community celebration or whatever. But we're going to talk about it in my next video, so watch out for that video. And on this note, I'm going to leave you, and I'll see you on that video. So if you like this video, please remember to touch the like button. And if you are seeing this video for the first time, subscribe. Here is Ujunwa channel. We talk about Igbo culture, tradition, and their lifestyle. And sometimes I treat the language. So if you want to learn Igbo culture, Igbo language, Igbo tradition, and lifestyle, why don't you subscribe? Put your notification bell whenever I upload, so you'll be the first to receive them video. So I'll leave you guys now. Leave you, but I'm not gonna leave you too long. Yeah. So I'll see you soon. Take care and remain blessed. Thank you for watching. Bye.